The Senate, at a probe of the fund by its Committee on Aviation and Anti-Corruption, in particular, frowned at the way the 120 billion naira allocated to the aviation sector as bailout from the entire 500 billion naira intervention fund was mismanaged through diversion. The CBN Governor, Godwin Emefiele, represented by our Director of Finance Department, Mudashiru Olaito, explained that out of the 120 billion naira intervention fund injected into the sector, only 39.5 billion naira have been recovered, while the remaining 81.2 billion naira is still outstanding.
The bank actually intervened in the aviation sector with a fund of about 500 billion, which is in two parts: 300 billion for restructuring and 300 billion was actually for financing of the power sector. But because of the challenges we observe in the aviation industry, it was included in the facility.
The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, told the committee that his ministry and agencies under it, based on available records, were not aware of the fund.
We're saying here that the ministry does not know anything about the $40 million, neither do we know anything about the 86.6 billion naira. None of our agencies seem to know anything about it too. So we join you and other Nigerians who are watching. We'll be glad to watch and hear how the money was generated and how it was spent.
The Chairman, Senate Committee on Aviation, Senator Hope Uzodinma, in his remarks said it was a disturbing development for the committee to learn of allegations that monies injected into the aviation sector through the intervention fund were not properly utilized for the purposes to which they were meant.
Power and Aviation Sector Intervention Fund, released by federal government in 2011. It should be obvious that any sector that desires to get such sums of money as intervention funds must be important to the economic well-being of our country.
Effort by the committee to make further inquiries about the alleged diversion was frustrated with the absence of Bank of Industry Managing Director and other relevant stakeholders. The committee, however, directed that the CBN Governor himself and heads of other agencies, including airlines, must appear in person before tomorrow. In his opening remarks, the President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, who was represented by Senator Philip Adudu, said the Senate stands fully committed to pushing for the recommendations and findings of the report that will be generated from this investigative public hearing.
Crucial that at this public hearing we get to the bottom of how the funds that were released 5 years ago to bring the degenerating infrastructure of our federal airports up to par were utilized. Doing this will allow us to better strategize on the way forward for both our aviation industry and our transportation sector as a whole.
It will be recalled that Senate had on January 14, 2016 mandated its Committee on Aviation and Anti-Corruption to commence investigation into alleged disbursement of $40 million loan for rehabilitation and development of infrastructure in the aviation industry.